Trust your GPS, your subconscious mind. It is infinite. Your conscious mind is limited. Here it goes. So, the minute that you say, I want this, I want to experience this, I want to have this, I want to be this. Once you locked in your intention, once you have became clear in your intention, and once you impress that on the subconscious mind, here comes detachment. Here comes the trust process. This is what happens on this journey. The trust and the belief and the detachment once you have set your intention. Think about it, like I said, a GPS. The reason why you would use a GPS because you want to get to the destination, right? And you might not know about, if I go this way, it's going to take a long time. I really don't know how to get to this destination. But your GPS is like the eye in the sky. It can see alternate routes, alternate possibilities to get you there in the most fastest, easiest, simplest, convenient form available. Your GPS, your subconscious mind knows everything. So, your subconscious mind is connected to your higher intelligence, to your higher self, to the infinite source. So, with that said, once you have locked in your intention and you are really serious about becoming or having, at this point, your best thing is to trust and detach. Now, don't be a person like me per se. When I first started, I thought I was trusting the process. I thought I was like detaching. But the reason is like I'm trying to sort of expose the stumbling blocks that I had on this journey so you can just cut through it in a way. You know, so so to cut through the fluff, the detaching and trusting is very vital on this journey. And every time that you don't trust the process, it's like you're saying, turn off the GPS. I know how to do it. My limited conscious mind knows how to do it. This mind that only responds or only perceives this finished reality knows how to do it. Not the infinite mind. I didn't cut that off. Every time I look for synchronicities, look for clues, every time that I say, where is it? You're taking away the trust and the belief and cutting the GPS off and saying, I can do it. In biblical terms, it's like trust God and stuff like that, you know. Trust that He's gonna deliver in so many words, but you have to trust. It's the same thing, sort of different timelines. You still have to trust the process. You still have to trust your higher self. You still have to trust the higher source. Your only job is to align with what you want. That's it. Now, the bridge of incidents, how it's going to happen, that is not your job. It is like you have a function. You are a co-creator. You're creating with something else. You are a co-creator. Your job is to find the intent of what you want to do, be, have, and impress that on the subconscious mind. After that, detach and let it go. Now, when I say detach and let go and trust, I'm not saying disregard the vision. I'm not saying don't think about it. You really don't have to, but you can visualize your life without um, without being attached to it, without without getting into the how. So basically, detachment is letting go of the how and the when. You know, you're talking about when it's going to happen or how it's going to happen. Detach from that and let it come in by your alignment. See, because your conscious part of your mind, you think that you're really making everyday decisions and stuff like that, but that's the loop. You know, you really not consciously making choices and decisions. It's something higher than that. You making decisions based on previous circumstances, previous programmings that you've had in your mind, or previous situations. So you're not making these conscious decisions. You're making decisions based off a program that has been instilled in the subconscious mind. That's where they're saying 95% is running your life, your subconscious. And even the automatic functions like your digestive system, these are automatic, you know. So with that said, the biggest thing is trusting your GPS. Like the minute that you say, I want to do this and have this, the minute that you say that, I guarantee you, without a shadow of a doubt, that now you need to figure out how. You're just going to do it until you can go for so long and then say, man, that is not the way, man. I blocked every manifestation trying to figure out how. Or looking for signs when I am the sign. You know, the signs is not to say what's to come. Like if you see like, man, I'm on this journey, I start seeing 888, you know, that is abundance. But it is saying abundance is on the way, but you're in a state of abundance. You are on that abundance timeline. Now, when it comes into your reality, is a different thing based on your alignment. So the signs are exactly what they are. Signs to keep you on the path, to let you know where you're vibrating at, to let you know that you're tapped in, tuned in, and turned on to this universal frequency, to the quantum world. You know, it's signs you know, to say that you're on the right path. Keep going. You're with your angels are with you. They're guarding you. Keep going. You know, signs like that. But looking for signs for your manifestation is indicating that you don't have your manifestation. Looking for when it's gonna come sends a signal that you don't have it yet. So all these things that people unconsciously do sends a message to the universe that I'm looking because I don't believe I have it. But we know we're connected to everything. We know that it's quantum entanglement here, and we are connected, and it's basically we are connected to everything. We just haven't put it into our experience to experience it yet. So, but every time that somebody, they call it digging up the flower, digging up the seed, this is what that is, digging up the seed. Every time you check, every time you say, man, when is it coming? Man, I want to give up. Every time you lose your belief and faith, you know, this is like crucial in this whole process. The trusting and believing. Sometimes we don't know what the trusting is, you know. We never really go in deep with trusting the universe, your higher self. We just don't. It is challenging to say, I want this and not try to figure out a way to get it. To trust these invisible forces that I'll be talking about that's going to shift and push everything into alignment. But I have whew, multiple experiences of things lining up by trusting the process. And I have multiple experiences of trying, pushing in a lot of effort to get it done and it not working. I've learned alignment is the best way, you know. I learned that forcing is not it. I've learned that not trusting is definitely not it. I've learned that the belief is everything. And that plays into another part. The reason why you don't see the manifestation, the reason why you might not achieve your manifestation falls in the category of belief. You don't believe you can have it, or you don't believe that you're deserving, or you don't believe that you're worthy of it. Now, you change those beliefs and know that everything is for you. This world is, we live in an abundance universe. There's never been no lack. That is the illusion. We will talk about that, different subject. But it is the lack of belief. When you believe that you can have something or you believe that you can get something, that belief shifts into a knowing. Think about it in life. Like, I know I'm gonna get that. I know that. I know that that's on the way. I know. At first, it was a belief. So you shifting from believing to knowing. But the reason why we don't see the manifestation or experience the manifestation is because we just don't believe. Think about it. You get put down so much all your life. Every time that you might have tried to say something when you was little, they like, man, don't worry about that, bro. You know, everybody shoots everything down. So your belief ends up being very low. Like you don't believe that things are possible. And that is not by accident, it is by design. You know, they want you to believe in something more practical. But The universe don't care about practicality or being practical. It only cares about what you want. So when it comes to it, you your your belief about what you want to experience, it brings in the manifestation. But people like, yeah, I believe I can deserve it, but really, it's something inside of them that shakes when they say of something big or something that's out of their reach. It's something in their body that their nervous system starts, let's say, acting up. It starts tensing, you know, like, I believe I can have $500. Do you believe you can have 500 million? What? Yeah, I do, but really, it's not possible, stuff like that. So, the universe is picking up on the second voice, not what you're saying, what you're feeling, and that uncertainty of a feeling of belief of you can have something sends out a static signal. And when you look at it like that, like, I'm thinking this way, but I'm not believing I really can, I have a contradiction in my signal. It's static. It is not clear. So the universe don't respond to static. It responds to clarity, certainty. Your strong belief in something. So, yeah. Trust your GPS. Trust your subconscious part of your mind to figure out the infinite ways for you to experience your desire. And I know I talk about a lot of this and a lot of that, a lot of that. It's kind of everywhere. But in a minute, when you start really dipping into it, or if you haven't, or if you already in it, it starts clicking. Everything just starts clicking in a way. And it starts clicking, making sense, and it starts being applied. So, yeah, trust your GPS. It is your moral compass. It knows how to get you your desires or get you to your destination. It knows. It has it's infinite possibilities. It knows how to get you there in the safest, best, most convenient, easiest way. But we're gonna try to get in it, get involved in it, and figure out the hardest way. That's where your conscious mind comes in. It steps in and says, well, maybe if we do this, we can get it. It's so conscious. You're gonna tell me maybe if we struggle and work hard to get it, then we'll get it. Subconscious over here saying, just relax. Things are lining up for you. Pay attention to the signs ahead of you, and I got you. Just relax. Trust the GPS. We getting there. We on our way. Matter of fact, the more you trust me, we'll be there faster than you and this guy, this conscious part of your mind. He only has a limited way of doing it. If we work, we can ask. He'll have you looking for a loan for something that is coming to you. You see, you didn't intervene and said, man, I don't know how I'm going to get it done. Shoot, maybe, here comes the conscious part. Maybe you can get a loan. Then you'll have it. And then you'll be like, well, I got to pay it back. Don't worry about that. You'll pay it back. You end up doing something crazy, and it ends up putting you into a not so favorable situation. You know what I'm saying? But if you trust the process, you will not align with something and it will cause you to hurt to get it. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't have to do nothing. No pain should be involved in getting it. Like, you shouldn't have to like risk something to achieve this when you're dealing with your manifestation. It is going to come at the perfect time due to your alignment, you know? So trust your GPS. Soon as you set an intention, soon as you impress it in the subconscious mind, practice, learn to detach, practice, know to trust. See, when I say look at it as a game, this is where it plays into. If I see it as a game, this over here that I'm manifesting, it's not that serious. It's not like if um if I don't have it, I'm not gonna be okay. No, this is part of the game. I am manifesting this over here. Over here, I am okay. I am good with or without it. I'm still living, I'm still functioning. I'm good with or without it. I don't need that serious attachment to it. Like, oh man, if I do this, it's gonna save my life. Ooh-wee, man, when it comes. I'm good without it. That sends out the wrong signal. I need to be in the flow state and let it arrive and let situations, the bridge of incidents show up for me to achieve it. It is not that effort, that trying, that gets you your manifestation. It is the total opposite. It is the trust and the belief that will bring about your manifestation. Trust your GPS. Hello, world.